Hey everybody, this is Dalvin, WrestleMania 34, today on April 8th. 2018 just ended, and this is a quick review and a little description I'm going to give of tonight's WrestleMania. Now, this WrestleMania took place in New Orleans, Louisiana, for the second time in the last 3 to 4 years. And it's actually, as I'm filming this, it's actually April 9th now, it's past midnight, but I'll talk a little about this year's WrestleMania, because for the past 2-3 years I've been reviewing WrestleManias. So, in total, in the whole card, there were about 14 matches, including the pre-show. The first one was the Andre the Giant Battle Royale. Matt Hardy won that match thanks to Bray Wyatt interfering and helping him. So it looks like they might start a tag team. The second match was for the Cruiserweight Championship. It was Cedric Alexander versus Mustafa Ali, and the winner was Cedric Alexander, and I thought it was a fairly good match. Now the third match was the Women's Battle Royale, and Naomi won that. The fourth one was a triple threat intercontinental championship match, and I thought that was one of the best matches of the night, and Seth Rollins won that. It was a pretty good match. The fifth match was SmackDown Women's Championship, Charlotte Flair versus Asuka, and Charlotte Flair beat Asuka, and I thought this was a really good match. Both the girls had an amazing match. I was kind of shocked that Asuka lost. I thought she would have won, but Charlotte Flair won. The next match, the sixth match, was the United States 4-Way Championship match, which Jinder Mahal won. I thought it was a shocker because all the other three wrestlers like Bobby Roode, Randy Orton were much more over, and especially Rusev. The whole place was exploding, chanting Rusev Day in the stadium. So I thought one of them would have won, but no, Jinder Mahal won. So I thought that was a shocker. Now this match, the next match, the seventh match of the night, had to be my most favorite one. Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. The crowd really got into that match. Ronda Rousey looked amazing for her debut. She did some moves on Triple H. She did some arm bars. She did some submissions. She even picked up Triple H over her body and like slammed him, or she did something along those lines. And I thought she had a perfect debut, and she's going to be one of the, if not the, I think the best female wrestler for leading the company for a while now. She has a really great future she has a really great future in the WWE, and I think she performed an amazing match. The whole crowd was into it. There was great atmosphere. And one thing about that match, you know, I kind of thought before it started that no doubt that Kurt Angle and Ronda Rousey would have won. Were going to win, but into the match there were many twists and turns, and it looked like either Stephanie or Triple H could have won that match, or there was a slight chance. I was even thinking that they would win. But overall, one of the best matches of the night. Crowds chanting, "This is awesome" chants, and it was just a real WrestleMania experience. Probably the best match of the night. So that's the seventh match. The eighth match was a SmackDown Tag Team Championship, including a New Day, Usos, and Bludgeon Brothers, and the Bludgeon Brothers won that, a fairly short match. Now, John Cena versus The Undertaker. I thought this was a really good build-up, and you know, throughout the beginning of the show, of the WrestleMania show, John Cena was hanging out with the fans, watching the matches, enjoying the show, and I thought how they build up, how they made the build up towards Undertaker coming was really good. Elias got involved. It looked like that match wouldn't have happened, but then all of a sudden it went black. You hear a gong. There was a lightning strike, and Undertaker's clothes were in the ring, his hat and his apparel, some of his apparel. So yeah, I thought that was a really good build-up, and Undertaker won that match pretty easily. But it was good to see Undertaker back in the ring, and he's looking pretty good so far, to be honest. He's looking pretty good for his age. And a lot of people may have not liked this match, but I thought it was pretty good, and I was really happy Undertaker got the win. It was a real WrestleMania moment, having Undertaker come back and redeeming himself from last year's loss to Roman Reigns. So yeah, Undertaker beat John Cena. I thought that was a really good highlight. Now the next match was the Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon versus Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. I thought this match was somewhat decent. I was expecting a little better, but I know that Shane was injured, or he was suffering through some injuries. But Daniel Bryan looked pretty sharp in his first match back, and yeah, Daniel Bryan and Shane McMahon won. So that was pretty interesting. I thought it was a fairly good match. The Raw's Women's Championship match. Wow, this was I kind of predicted this before it happened. Nia Jax finally got her championship. She finally won, and she beat Alexa Bliss, and I thought it was well deserved. I thought she deserved this title. She was a hard worker for WWE for a long time now, and she finally got her championship. So it wasn't the greatest match. Well, I don't think it was the greatest match, but I'm happy for the result that Nia Jax won, so she's the new Women's Raw champion. The WWE Championship match was the 12th match, and this featured AJ Styles facing Nakamura, Shinsuke Nakamura. And I wasn't too excited about this match because I'm not a big Nakamura fan. I'm a huge AJ Styles fan. I think he's one of the best wrestlers, if not the best wrestler in the WWE today. And yeah, AJ Styles won that match, but the ending was shocking because Nakamura low-blowed him while he was handing the championship, heading towards a heel turn. He attacked him afterwards. So something significant came out of this match, Nakamura heel turn. And the match after that, the 13th match of the night of the card, was the WWE Raw Tag Team Championship match. And I thought this was, I don't know, it wasn't the greatest match. I mean, it was cool that Strowman brought that kid, Nicholas, to be his tag team partner. Maybe it was a Make-A-Wish Foundation, or he's dying or something, just to give him that opportunity before maybe his life is gone, to have some fun. But yeah, that was a weird match, I thought, and Strowman dominated. So it was cool that, I thought it was interesting that Nicholas, that kid, was chosen from the audience, and it was probably done for a reason. But yeah, Strowman dominated that match, and he single-handedly won the tag team championships against Cesaro and Sheamus against the bar by himself. So it was somewhat interesting, and I thought it was a really good deed. I thought it was really good on WWE's behalf that they let this kid be Braun Strowman's tag team partner. And the final match was a WWE Universal Championship match. Roman Reigns versus Brock Lesnar. Now, I'll tell you what, I'm not a big fan of Roman Reigns. I'm actually not a big fan of Brock Lesnar also. But too much hype for Roman Reigns. Too much. He's been pushed too much down the throat of WWE fans. And one thing I didn't like about this match, he kicked out of 5 F5s from Brock Lesnar, his finishing move. He kicked out of 5 F5s. There was some blood in the end. I don't know if it was fake or real, but Brock Lesnar won the match, and that's how he closed WrestleMania, and the crowd was fairly happy. So it looks like Brock's staying for a little much longer in WWE. Who knows, maybe he'll sign a new contract with WWE, maybe staying for long term. But yeah, Roman Reigns was getting booed the whole night, and there were people with shirts saying Roman sucks, and I kind of feel bad for him. But yeah, it wasn't his night, and he did kick out of 5 F5s though, which I find insane. But he didn't win, and Brock Lesnar got the win, and that's how WrestleMania ended. And you know what? I've been, like I said, for the past 2 years, I've been reviewing the last WrestleManias. My favorite WrestleMania still is WrestleMania 31. I thought that was the most well planned out and organized WrestleMania ever. I loved WrestleMania 31. I thought it was the best WrestleMania of all time. This WrestleMania was fairly good. I thought it was an improvement from the last 2 WrestleManias. Out of a 10, I would have to give this WrestleMania probably an 8 out of 10, because I thought it was fairly good. There was some mystery towards it. So a lot of the matches were exciting. My favorite match was Ronda Rousey and Kurt Angle versus Triple H and Stephanie McMahon. I liked the Intercontinental Championship match. I liked the Asuka Charlotte Flair match. So there were some good highlights from WrestleMania tonight. So like I said, I would have to give this WrestleMania a perfect 8. Not perfect. I would have to give this WrestleMania an 8 out of 10. So yeah, that's my thoughts on this year's WrestleMania. So I want to know, for the people watching, did you like this year's WrestleMania? What didn't you like about it? Please tell me. And please leave a comment, and let's try to get this video growing here with a discussion or something, because I was pretty happy with WrestleMania tonight. I thought it was a fairly good card. Some things I didn't like, some things I liked a lot, but there were a lot of matches that stood out for me, and I thought the build up towards this WrestleMania was really good. So yeah, so everybody leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think of this year's WrestleMania. Thank you very much. Bye bye.